Hey guys, welcome back. We are now on chapter 11 of Into the Wild. I'm assuming I caught you off guard with that.
No, it's just the pause beforehand. It's hilarious.
Listen, when I hit stop or start recording, it takes anywhere from immediately to like 10 seconds to start. So I never know. So I have to like stare at it and wait.
It's like this anticipation. It's like, welcome back.
Yep, it's just
Like,
like it's like when you're playing a trivia or something and you know the answer, you're just trying to get it like yeah, it's one of those.
hear the Jeopardy song in the background.
Always. It's our new theme song. What do you mean?
Oh no.
Everyone would love it. But it's gonna be meows instead of like the doo doos, like meow 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 meow. And yep.
Maybe when we play Jeopardy against each other, but like Warriors Jeopardy.
Yeah, someone needs to make us like Warriors Jeopardy. I
I'm
love making
terrifying. I'm gonna
quizzes, but
lose.
like I can't make the quiz if I'm taking the quiz kind of thing. So we need a quiz master to make the quiz.
We'll start off with the ones that are pre-made on the Warriors website.
True.
Although I've already
Yes.
proven that I can fail those with flying colors, so
I think they have one about Into the Wild, so maybe when we're like done with the book, we'll take the test. See how much we
but I'm
learned.
finished with the book.
When we're done with the podcasting, speaking of
Oh.
finishing book, I have officially finished Broken Code too. So I have Starless Clan left, that series, and then I'm up to the current ones.
So you still have two more series to go.
Well, there's like one or two books out of the newest arc. So I have six, then the one or two of the new one. So about 8 books, not including super editions and novellas and field guides and mangas.
Apparently, the only field guide that I ever took the time to read is completely invalid, so.
Pretty much, yeah. Correct.
Mm,
But yeah, but
lovely.
we do have we left off with Firepaw ditched Smudge, because he's a warrior. He knows where he is in the clans, and they're doing their assessment, and he comes back. And Firepaw's like, yeah, I have this chaffinch here, but I have a loads more prey I'm gonna go get. And then Tiger says, I know exactly what you did. I've been watching you. Which I don't think he really did anything wrong. He said hello to a friend. I mean, yeah, I guess technically it's wrong, but like they grew up together. Like I understand them like just saying hi. Blue Star says
It
hi to
doesn't
friends.
matter, he's an intruder.
Yeah, I mean he did chase him, but
He also
yeah,
stopped.
yeah, and then shared
And then,
tongues.
and
He licked
then,
him once on between the ears, but that's sharing. That's sharing a tongue, not tongues. Sharing tongue, which sounds even more
it's
gross.
basically the same thing.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, like, he did something he wasn't supposed to do, basically. Like, it's sad,
yeah.
because they are friends, but
I mean, later on, he goes and visits Princess like every other chapter, and no one notices. So no one doubts his loyalty for that either. I don't think. Well, we'll figure it out in Fire and Ice, but I don't think they. I think they were mad about Cloud Kit, but not about him visiting Princess, if I'm remembering right. But Greypaw does catch a squirrel because apparently that's all Greypaw catches are squirrels. And then they're sitting
there we
there
go.
waiting for Ravenpaw to come back. And when he does, he's carrying a long diamond pattern body of an adder from Snake Rocks. So, I did research quite a bit on this. I asked both my sister and my brother's girlfriend who like work with like snakes and have like license and like animals and all sorts of stuff. And it is true that they are venomous, but as long as he didn't bite it in the head where the venom glands are, like around the mouth, he would not be poisoned by biting this. Because some snakes are just all venom just constantly courses through them. Adders are not that case. Because I was like, would he have been sick from this? And they're like, nah, he should be totally fine as long as he did not bite it on the head to kill it. Pretty much all the research I did. Took me like good 40 minutes of research to figure that out. But yeah, I was just curious, like, because I was trying to Google it and I'm like, everything kept coming up with if a snake bites a cat. I'm like, no, what about if the cat bites the snake? Like, and yeah.
I didn't realize that even though snakes are venomous, they could also be poisonous.
Yes. Some are. I just know adders are not the case. Which makes
It's
sense. I mean, like
terrifying.
hawks and stuff eat them, but they leave the head. They don't eat the head because that's where the venom glands are. Actually, I think it's above the
No, I
eyes
thought,
technically, but
yeah, I literally thought it was like that for like every snake. So that's like that's you learn something new every day. Watch us to learn, more life-saving.
exactly. Now you know. As long as it doesn't bite you first, you can safely bite a snake. You're welcome.
Depends on the snake, apparently.
Yes, you can safely bite an adder. Um, but yeah, Ravenpaw's all proud of himself. He's like, yeah, I was too quick for it, which is pretty impressive. It's like adders are fast, and this jumpy cat killed it before it could bite him. For that section though, do you have any notes? Because I have a whole bunch of arrows and question marks and stuff about this upcoming chunk.
I actually do, but it was more from a did you find in your research how fast, because I know we have talked about this outside of the podcast multiple times. Did you ever figure out how fast an adder actually is?
I did not look that up. However fast it is, Ravenpaw's faster. I like to think it didn't know that he was about to kill it, though. Like, it's not like they were both striking at the same time and he was faster than a snake. I think he just got it before it knew he was there.
That makes more sense, because I always thought it meant like, they were like,
Staring each
I
other
was like, that
down and
makes no sense.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Like, don't get
my
me wrong,
guess. I might be wrong, but I feel like that makes more sense. Like if it was like basking in the on the rocks or something and he happened to kill it.
yeah. Put it this way, I know I cannot personally like move fast enough to get out of the way of a copperhead strike, so
You're not Ravenpaw though. He can teleport.
no, but I'm much larger, so
This is true.
you'd think that one step would be enough.
One step back. I don't know. They stretch far. They're like coil kind of thing. Like, Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they go back to the camp and they're bringing their impressive catch, and Ravenpaw's dragging along this dead snake. Which, first off, is that all he caught? In which case, I feel like he did bad at his assessment. I'm assuming he has more. He just wants to bring the snake in first, but like they're supposed to be showing how much prey they can catch, and all he did was catch a snake.
But they also sent him to like a stereotypically deadly area
Mm,
to do
yeah.
his assessment. So, why do you feel like he was sent to Snake Rocks?
So he would get killed. Tiger Claw was trying, hoping he would get bit. 100%. Like they
Just
even
saying.
mention it, like where he's like, yeah, I don't know why he thinks that's an easy place to hunt. Like it's not easy. He's just hoping he gets killed there. But then as they're walking the camp, a group of kits runs up to them. Which, for one thing, the little tabby that Yellowfang had hissed at, we're gonna discuss it next chapter. But apparently that was Golden Flower's kit, so it's not Bracken kit. Um, which I'm gonna just pretend they said the wrong queen's name because it doesn't really make sense. She doesn't have a tabby kit. I've done the research. There's arrows all over this trying to show it. I'm just gonna say that they said the wrong queen's name. That should be Bracken kit Because even then, he's sitting there next to a fluffy gray kit, which is Cinder Kit. And this is the kit who's like, isn't that the kitty pet Firepaw? Squeak the gray kit. So like she's like that's gonna be his future apprentice, and she's all like, oh my gosh, look at him. So that's kind of cute that they're sitting next to each other. I like to think that it's because they're brother and sister. And then there
Is that
is
how you read that?
yes,
It's like, oh, isn't that that? Like, I always read that as an insult, kind of like Sandpaw.
I find it more so well because right after it says they say he's a good hunter. So I'm thinking they're more so curious than insulting. Like, oh wait, isn't that the one that's all? Because they're saying he looks like Lionheart kind of thing, which is a compliment. But there's
Yeah.
also a tiny black kit and a small tortoiseshell kit. In my head canon, the Lynx kit, the one who is Golden Flower's only current kit, is black and tortoiseshell. Or sorry, black with gold patches, which kind of sounds like tortoiseshell. So I'm like, okay, that could be Lynx kit because he is around the same age as Frostfur's kits, which are Cinder Kit and Bracken Kit. So that would make sense. There's not. When you look up the kits of every queen who is in there, none of them have a black kit. So my only theory at the moment is this is a sibling of Swiftpaw, who is Swift Kit at the moment. And we just didn't know that he had a sibling and this kit at some point dies.
It's plausible. We'll have to figure out if it was ever fan named.
I looked at the fan named kits of everyone who's currently a queen. None of them have a black kit. That's why I was like, it can't be any of them. It just not like, yeah. Like, I looked at their actual kits and their fan named kits. None of them are. So at some point, we can just name this random black kit, who I'm going to say is Swift Kit's brother. And yeah. But when it comes to Lynx Kit, in the novella from Redtail, it says Link's Kit is caught playing with Frostfur's kit, so are Cinder Kit and Bracken Kit, which makes more sense, kind of thing, because they're all around the same age. So I think that is Link's Kit. They just describe him kind of weird. Yeah, because like even then, Brindleface is pregnant at the moment, so it can't be any of her kits. Golden Flower is only has Link's Kit at the moment. Frostfur has Cinder Kit and Bracken Kit. I don't remember who Speckletail has, but it's the gray kit from the last the that dies from Green Cough, and that's her only kid. So like none of them have a black kit. So I'm gonna say that
Hmm.
this is Swift Kit's brother, and that's my theory. I'm sticking to it.
I like it.
Yeah. Do you have anything about the kit exchange?
No, I'm gonna end up doing my own research about the kit because I didn't catch on to that. So
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who each one was, and like I spent, jeez, probably an hour trying to figure out. Like I went through like the queens who are currently in the nursery, and even then, like Brindleface, we know she's pregnant because when she fights Clawface or whoever when they're defending the camp, it says she was fighting to defend her unborn kids. So she's pregnant at this point, so it can't be her. It would have to be either Speckletail, Golden Flower, or Frostfur.
hmm.
Indeed. Yeah, all it says is like question mark, question mark, question mark, maybe a sibling of Swiftpaw, question mark. But that's all I have about him. If it was a white and black kit, perfect. It's Swift Kit. But nope.
Maybe they just left it off.
Yes, clearly this kit's been playing really rough. It is Swift Kit, but he's so dirty that he looks like an all black kit.
He looks like he's covered in soot.
Yes, there we go.
It's mud.
Swift Kit confirmed. um, but yeah, then they're talking about their all proud of themselves for having the adder there and discussing who's going to go to the gathering.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tiger Claw's like, "Hey, Blue Star wants to talk to you." Um, in the exchange, so I'm trying to figure out how to word this. She's like, "Yeah, she's tells him like, we saw or Tiger Claw reported that you all did well, but apparently you ended up sharing tongues with a kitty pet." And Firepulse like, "Well, yeah, we grew up together. He's a friend." And then she's like, "Do you miss your old life, Firepaw? Think carefully now." Which I don't think up until this point he's shown any signs that he wants to go back. So I'm almost wondering if she's just thinking of like Pine Star, who left to become a kitty pet and is just paranoid now. Like I don't know. It just unless Tiger Claw made it seem like it was significantly more disloyal than it really was, it seems like a huge overreaction.
I don't know why Tiger Claw seems to have something against him outside of the fact that he was a kitty pet, but like even then, like
I actually
you
even
know,
have
he's
that
like
on here. I'm at this point I don't really know why Tiger Claw, except for him being a kitty pet, why Tiger Claw doesn't trust him because he's trying hard to impress Tiger Claw, specifically Tiger Claw. But again, Tiger
Tiger Claw
Claw's
also
dad left to become a kitty pet, so he has a big grudge against kitty pets.
yeah, but he also like, oh, I'll be watching with interest, blah blah blah, and like
Yeah, like
Rusty's
like
like
he seemed interested.
Firepaw's yeah, Firepaw's obviously doing well. I
Maybe if
think
he
at some
wasn't
point
friends with
he does.
Ravenpaw, but he was friends with like Sandpaw and Dustpaw, he would trust him more.
I so like my like theory, I guess, is that he is actually kind of pissed that Firepaw's not his apprentice. Like he wishes Firepaw was his apprentice instead of because he feels like he'd
I mean,
be
he says
better.
something about like, yeah, even Firepaw learned something today, kind of thing. Like, unlike
He
Ravenpaw.
does that a lot.
Yeah,
But yeah, I definitely he probably did make it seem like it was worse than it is, but I really do feel like it's not like her like becoming paranoid. Like I think she's just been paranoid.
yeah. It's
And
like,
it's like starting to like this is like a point where we can see it like starting to manifest.
yeah, because like he's saying like, my place is here. This is my home. When she's like questioning him, and she's like, "I need more than that, Firepaw. I need to be able to trust in your loyalty to ThunderClan, especially now that it looks like ShadowClan is planning an attack. We don't have room for anyone who isn't sure whether their heart lies in the past or the present." Like Blue Star wasn't loyal. She had mates and like or mate had kids with a cat from another clan, so it seems kind of hypocritical of her. I mean, yeah, she chose her clan over her kids. I mean, unless she's thinking of the
Yeah.
prophecy and just really wants to be sure it is him.
That could be part of it, her like testing him, which is why I feel like most of this she's saying like in a more like it's like serious and yet like subdued, like a more like motherly tone than it is like a accusatory sort of a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, are you really sure about that though? Like really? Um,
Yeah,
I
she's not
do
being mean about it. She's just like, "Hey, be honest with me," kind of thing. Like, I'm giving you a chance. If you want out, let me know. No one's gonna judge you. Just let me know.
yeah. I definitely want the I want a shirt that embodies the panic swept through Firepaw at the thought of leaving the clan forever. I want it to say existential crisis on the front. That
Just
my place is here. This is my home with the clan on the back.
it's like all those Harry Potter memes where it's like Hogwarts is my home, but ThunderClan is my home. I have socks of Hogwarts that say Hogwarts is my home.
You don't have any that say free Dobby.
I do. I for Christmas last year I got a 30-day advent calendar of Harry Potter socks. So I have 30 pairs of Harry Potter socks. Hmm.
That is some serious Harry Potter
It was
songs.
honestly one of the coolest things I'd ever gotten. Like every day I'd open a new pair and like look today it's Draco or it's Neville or whatever. Like they have like every
Oh,
character. It was really cool.
that sounds awesome.
Oh, it was. She does, and then after that, she does say that, or she believes him. He makes his point. Like, when I saw a smudge, it made me feel happy that I had not stayed. I was proud that I left. Like, 'cause you know, he's still a
Yeah.
Tom. He's very happy about that. Like I said, it's very important to warriors. Um, and then she goes to say that like Yellowfang is thinks a lot of him, which good character. Yilfang normally, until she dies, has pretty good character judgment. And then she says, surprisingly, that Tiger Claw was impressed by his hunting skills. In fact, he reported that you all did well. So he said that all three of them did good.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't have believed it if Blue Star didn't say so herself.
You don't think that was her just, softening the tiger claw came and paddled on you?
What's like, I feel like he has nothing against Greypaw at this moment. Um, he was probably more focused on saying that Firepaw went to Kitty Pet Place than to trash his hunting. And even though he hates Ravenpaw, it's gonna look bad on him as a mentor if he doesn't say his apprentice is doing good. He can still try to get him killed, but he's not going to like openly put him down because then she'll be like, well, do you want me to train him or something like that? Do we need to give him a new mentor? Like he's got to keep Ravenpaw with him.
Touche.
Yeah. But because of that, they're all going to their first gathering, which means it has been
Yay!
2 months since he, official like legit 2 months since he joined the clans.
And 3 months since his dreams started.
Correct. But yeah, they're all excited, and he's telling them about it, and then I think it's kind of funny that like because they have the snake like displayed on the stump there, and when Greypaw is like celebrating, he jumps up and kicks it and like wraps around Ravenpaw's neck, so he's got like a snake necklace going on. And then, yeah, scared might try to bite you. Firepaw hissed. He crouched down, hissing, and sidled up to Ravenpaw, which, they play kind of thing. And as someone who has read almost all the books now, it's so cute and wholesome seeing Firepaw, who later on is the great fire star that everyone knows, and he's legendary, and every cat knows his name, and he's such a great fighter and everything. It's so cute seeing him playing with his friends here. Like, it's where it began. Very, very cute. Oh, but even then, like, it says that Ravenpaw easily rolled Firepaw over. So I'm like, Ravenpaw's actually pretty strong. I mean, he
Hmm.
is he is like 2 months older, I think, but still.
I mean, that you must be larger too, so.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they keep
It
describing
just,
it as scrawny or skinny, but yeah.
well, just like bigger in general, not
Yeah.
like, we're not talking about like, grape off floof. Like,
Ah, yes, the
he's
floof.
fluffy, not fat. He is,
Which
however, a lopsided badger.
okay, I mentioned this to you the other day about how in the Dark Forest when Firestar and Greystripe meet back up, and when they first meet up, it's because Greystripe's being really loud, like walking through the Dark Forest, and Firestar goes to attack him, and he's like, Greystripe, and I really wished at that moment he was like, "Oh, you still stalk like a lopsided badger or something like that." It would have been the best line. But they do have a pretty funny ongoing joke where he's looking at him. He's like, "You've put on weight." Like they call him fat, and then later on when I think it's Silverstream first sees him like during this whole arc. After this whole time, she also says, "You put on weight." Like they're all saying he's fat. So yeah, it just
You become a kitty pet?
no. He's an elder now. He doesn't do anything. He just sits around and eats. But
He's
yeah,
been eating too much.
apparently. Maybe he's gone fluffier. But they're like, discussing, oh, I wonder what the gathering's gonna be like. And Greypaw says I bet all the great warriors will be there. Clawface, Stonefur. I hate that those two are lumped together. Clawface, who kills a medicine cat in cold blood, and Stonefur, who's probably one of the most honorable, noble cats in the entire forest. Especially since Greystripe ends up killing Clawface, now that I think about it. Hmm. That means Greystripe's one of the greats later on.
I guess. I think I cheered internally when Gray Paw at this time brought up are Sandpaw and Dustpaw gonna go with us? Like, no, they're gonna stay back at camp. Yes.
Are Sandpaw and Dustpaw coming too? Nope. Oh, let me tell them. I can't wait to see the look on their faces. Like, yes, like, because they've been such bullies, you, like, legit, like, are like, good for them. Like, oh, the karma, because this is, like, an important gathering. It's the first one they're having since, WindClan disappeared.
Yep.
But as, Greypaw and Ravenpaw are, like, talking, Firepaw's thinking, is like, it was bad luck that Tigerclaw caught him talking to Smudge. In fact, it was bad luck at all that he was sent to Two Leg Place. And then he starts thinking, like, why did Tiger Claw send me there? Could it be that Tiger Claw doesn't trust me? Like, I literally wrote, duh. Like, is that really in question? Like, of course he doesn't trust you. You're a kitty pet. Like, you gotta earn his trust.
Duh.
Duh.
I don't. I feel like trust is the wrong word. Like, from Firepaw's perspective, that's a great word, but like,
Respect, I guess, then. Not trust, but respect.
yeah, maybe. Like,
Respect.
do you?
Combination.
Huh, that would be an interesting deep dive. I wonder if Tiger Claw actually does respect anybody else. I'm thinking, and I can't think of a single cat off the top of my head.
Huh. I don't
I think it
I
has.
think for him to be able to respect a cat, he'd have to humble himself, and he's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
He may
I
have
also don't think
respected
it's.
Thistleclaw, maybe.
You
If
think?
if if anyone, I would say Thistleclaw. That was his mentor, the one who trained him, all that kind of stuff. Also a very evil cat.
Yeah. Some good came out of him being the way he was, though.
Out of Thistleclaw?
Some. We got Blue Star.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's like that, like, what was it we talked about the other day? Like, the good that came out of, Feathertail stuff.
True.
It's like, it's sad.
I will say, of
Yeah.
all of the villains, most of the villains, Tiger Claw or Tiger Star, when he really becomes problems, is probably, how to word this, the most, as let me explain before judging, but I can say the most honorable of them. Only because even as leader and all that, he cares for his clan first. He does in a bad way, horrible ways, but he makes sure the elders are taken care of. He makes sure the kits and queens are taken care of. He focuses on training cats. Like, he's doing things the right, what should be the right way, but he's going about it all wrong. He does take care of his clan, like Shadow Clan. He takes care of them, kind of thing. and like he's like making sure the elders are fed and protects kits and like respects medicine cats and all that kind of stuff. So he in a I'm not saying he's a good guy in any way, but compared to like Darktail, who makes the elders fight and takes in kitty pets to get killed in battle kind of thing, or Broken Star, who's making kits become apprentices at Three Moons and is killing them, or there's another Scourge who just he's not even really a clan cat, but like of all of them, Tiger Claw is a bit more like a warrior kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said this before, especially now that I'm an adult going back through the series, like he's a cat that I love to hate, and I think I'm more so like sad over his untimely demise, the way that things happen, because
That's why I put
I
it in
feel like
the
he was
top 10
somebody.
saddest deaths because like he had a lot more potential as a villain.
Yeah, either as a villain or for one of the most epic redemption arcs that would have ever
Oh
graced
no, Warriors fans
literally
hate
existence.
redemption arcs. Why do you think Clear Sky is number one on our hated cat list? They Warriors fans hate redemptions. We have to think,
Cinderpelt.
how's she redemption? She's never evil.
She's redeemed when she's reborn or
Well, I mean like
reincarnated or
an evil
whatever.
cat who turns good.
Um,
Yeah. I think like even Juniper Claw is another one that I've argued about who yeah, he poisoned SkyClan thinking he was doing the right thing. And then he realizes like, wow, I really messed up. I shouldn't have done this. And he goes and he rescues Shadow Kit and Violet Shine from a flood. Like he sacrifices himself to save them. And his last words are tell Tiger Star the new Tiger Star. Tell Tiger Star I'm sorry kind of thing. And he
are
still
you sure
goes
it's
to
the
the
new one?
Dark Forest. Like I feel like he redeemed himself, but like yeah, it's hard to think of like actual redemptions in I mean, that could make an interesting video. Characters who redeem
Yeah.
themselves.
Or arguments for the characters that did something that would have, you know,
Needed
should
to be
have.
redeemed or yeah. Hmm. Because
Mm,
I really can't think of another. I mean, I guess Black Star probably would be the best example. He killed Stonefur and he becomes one of probably the best Shadow Clan leaders. He's the reason Shadow Clan and Thunder Clan actually become allies kind of thing. Like when River Clan and Wind Clan are attacking Thunder Clan, Shadow Clan comes to their rescue kind of thing, and like he becomes a really good leader. I really like Black Star actually more than Rowan Star. Weakest leader ever. I can tell by your blank expression you have not got to all of this yet.
not to Rowan Star. For a moment I thought I had misheard you, and I thought you had said Ragged Star, and I was gonna be like,
I think
I
Ragged Star
mean,
was a good dude too, if I remember from Yellowfang's arc.
yeah, like what she has to say about him, like he's a noble leader, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Which yeah.
I'd argue their weakest leader is actually Broken Star, at least for now.
Do you
I'm
count
sure
Night
that I'll.
Star? He didn't get his 9 lives. I don't know if we count him.
No, I would only count those that got well, oh. If we only count those that got all of their lives, aren't there other leaders that didn't get their. That'd also be an interesting video to do. Leaders that didn't receive their 9 lives and why.
Are there multiple?
Um,
I can't think
because
of
I
too many. And even then, I feel like the ones I'm thinking
I
of are temporary leaders who stand in until their leader comes back.
No, I'm not thinking about a temporary one. Who I was reading something, I was doing research the other day. I have not gotten to the series yet, that they're in, but it's somebody Power of Three and Beyond. Um,
Do you know which
I
clan?
think not ThunderClan. Does that help?
Um.
They don't receive all of their lives and they end up
Oh,
dying in battle. Is it Wind Clan? No.
Rowan Star gives back his lives if you count him.
No,
Is
I
it
honestly have not
Squirrel
come
Star?
across
Does
Rowan
she get all her
Star.
lives? I feel like she gets Bramble Star's remaining lives, in which case she got 8, not 9.
I'll figure it out. I'll go back and look through my history, see if I can figure out who I was reading about. Because I
I
was like,
remember
man,
seeing
that's a
something
rabbit
about
hole.
that, and for some reason, I was thinking it was Rowan Star, and I'm like, wait, no, that's not correct. He gives back his lives. It's not that he didn't get them all. He returns them because he doesn't think he's a good leader. It may have been. I feel like for some reason Squirrel Star doesn't get all her lives.
Was it something where maybe like StarClan like took the lives back or something? Because I feel like it was.
That's Rowan
I feel
Star.
like I was researching for like. Oh well, maybe then.
Yeah, he thinks he's a bad leader and he gives them back, and then Tiger Star the second becomes the new leader after him. He still dies, but like he does give back the lives.
I love how we have to put in the second.
Tiger Star 2. Every time I
The
mention him in like on forums and stuff, I said to be like Tiger Star the second. But like most people do,
the
cause like yeah,
non-murderous one.
yeah. Normally I'll be like Tiger Claw and Tiger Star is normally how I think of them because I don't really think of Tiger Star as a leader. He was barely a leader for a very short amount of time. Whereas Tiger Star the
Yeah,
second is a really good leader. He might be one of my favorite leaders of all time. So yeah.
that's a tall glass to fill.
You're not gonna like it. Firestar might be my favorite.
But you said your favorite was Skystar.
That's different. I like Clear Sky. I haven't read the next part of it where he becomes Sky Star, so to me he's still Clear Sky. Mm-hmm.
I'm judging.
Clear Sky's
It's
gonna be
okay though.
mentioned
We
in
don't have to
tomorrow's
agree.
or in the next video though. I have information about him when we get to chapter 12. But did you
My
have anything
favorite.
else of chapter 11? Oh, you were saying
No, I was gonna say my favorite leader is a leader that I love to hate.
Leopard Star.
Yep.
Haha. I
Yep. I
have
literally
conflicted
cannot
emotions
stand
about
her.
her. She has some very honorable moments and some very, very weak moments.
Yeah, but I don't think that her honorable moments outweigh her weak moments.
No. I used to really like Misty Star, and I'm just after Vision of Shadows and Broken Code, I'm not a big fan of hers anymore. She refuses to help the other clans, and she's like drives cats out for being code breakers, even ones that were like born half clan, in which case it's not their fault, it's their parents' fault, and she drives them out
Mm,
as if she is not a half clan cat.
that was about
It's
to say.
so hypocritical. I can't stand it. But like Mothlight, she's like, sorry, Mothlight, you're not a River Clan cat. Like you weren't born River Clan. You gotta go. Guess what, Misty Star? You were born Thunder Clan. Are you gonna drive yourself out? Like, oh gosh, it drives me crazy. And she is stupidly old. Like, oh, that was loud. Her, she is a warrior in the right now kind of thing. And
Yes.
during all of Broken Code, Gray Stripe's an elder. He's already retired. And she's just still there. Like, she is so old. I mean, like,
Oh no, because I guess leaders could retire, so
I mean, I guess it never happens, but they don't describe her as being old. They don't like. I mean, they do a few times, like, okay, starting to notice the silver around her muzzle, like, just now. What do you mean? She is so stinking
Maybe the
old.
lives made you make you like age slower or something. That'll be uncovered later in the series, I'm sure.
Yeah, like
Give it two more
Thornclaw
arcs. We'll figure it
Brackenfur,
out.
who is a kit, who, because he's 2 moons old, he wasn't even born at the beginning of this. He's an elder. A cat who is born after her, after she becomes a warrior, is an elder. She is so stinking old. But yes, that is my Misty Star rant. I have strong feelings on a lot of cats. Just wait till we get to Power 3 on. But
I'm
any closing
terrified.
notes?
No, I look forward to the sound off in the comments on our last video on best breakfast and or brunch burgers. If you guys missed the question,
Indeed, indeed.
go back to our last video
It's
and
still Red
let us
Robin.
know what your favorite breakfast or brunch burger is and where you get it from.
I need to
Um,
try them all.
yeah, that's we might
When
actually
you
do a whole
visit,
video
if
series
there's
on
a
that. Yeah.
restaurant around here that someone recommends, we're going to record ourselves going there and testing out the burger, and we had to test out Red Robin. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sweet.
We'll
Video.
have to research some other haunts in that area that aren't major chains.
True. Very true.
It'll be an interesting side quest for
One
the
day when
channel.
we're like well known and we're going across the country doing like live shows and everything, we'll try a whole bunch. One day.
So I need a better workout plan. Got it.
Me too. Oh, real quick before we go, I did have an announcement of a new mini series I think I'm going to be doing. I haven't even told you this yet. So, you know how I was a bartender?
Mhm.
I want to create cocktails based on some of the major cats. So I'm gonna do just like a little like, here's what's in it kind of thing, and this is the fire star, blah blah blah, or the blue star, or whatever. So if you
Need
guys
to
have
actually like
recommendations for ones you want me to make, let me know. Fire star is gonna be first, but it
need
might
to
even be a
actually
flaming
like
drink.
make them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go out and buy
So that
the
we can see
stuff
them.
and we'll record it like have you see people bartending and there's poop poop poop. Yep, and I'll post
Be
the
like the
recipes
tipsy
too so people can
bartender.
try it. Yeah. I don't have his accent, but I'll do my best. But yeah, look
I haven't
forward
seen one of his
to
videos forever.
what should we call it? The boozy warrior. Something like that. I'll think of a name.
We'll come up with something a little better.
Hey, hey, hey. Booze clan.
That I can't even say what I want to because we're gonna get in trouble for it. So
Oh great. Just okay, post more ideas of that too. Give me some ideas on what to name this along with some cats you want to see be made into drinks. I will say making a gray star or gray stripe drink. It's not gonna be a gross drink. Be gray, but I'll do my best.
Grey Goose.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to make it look like them. But yeah. Until next time, guys. We'll see you guys later. Bye byes.
See you in the next one.